Hi everyone. So I am a little bit off to the side today because I am filming what is definitely my most requested video, namely a tattoo tour. And to the side here, I will be adding pictures of my tattoos. Obviously, they're all covered up. The weather has not been nice June weather so far in Belgium, so it is definitely not the right temperature to sit with like a tank top or anything yet. So I will be adding pictures. A couple of notes before we begin. I used to have a tattoo video up, but I took it down after it was used to find out my identity or something. Obviously now my face is out in the world, so that doesn't matter all that much anymore. Also, I have a bunch of different styles. That's what I like. I like a very eclectic look. I also do not like full sleeves or the completely covered areas. I like when tattoos are like dotted around someone's body. So that's the look I like. It's all very personal, so you may prefer a completely different look, and that's okay. But this is what I like. So, and also, not all of my tattoos have meaning. I have not decided yet at this point if I will be literally discussing every single one of them. I actually don't think I will be, because there's some that I don't want to show a picture of. So maybe I'll discuss every single one, but some I won't show a picture of. That's probably what I'm gonna go for here. Okay, so let's get started. Now, the first one I'm gonna get started with is not by any means the first tattoo I got. It is one of those tattoos that you get at the point where you just do not care anymore what goes on your body because you have so many. And it's a tattoo I actually forgot to mention in my Buffy ramble. I said I had 2 Buffy related tattoos, and I completely forgot about one that is very, very Buffy related, which is my 5x5 tattoo. So the story behind it, because obviously, as you can see right now, it is a very ugly tattoo, and that has a reason. The story behind it is I have one tattoo artist that I go to for most of my tattoos. He's done most of my tattoos, but definitely not all of them. I think in total I've gotten work done by about 7 or 8 different tattoo artists. Let's do a quick count. Yeah, definitely 8. At least 8 easily come to mind, so I'm probably forgetting someone. But he's on most of my work, and he was moving, so the tattoo shop where I had been going for 10 years, and my sister had been going for about 18 years, was moving. So we wanted to kind of do something to commemorate the event. So we asked if she could tattoo me, and he said yes. We're good customers and we're on very friendly terms. We're friends. We get along very well. And so on his last day, after his last customer, we went there after hours, and so the idea was that we were going to tattoo each other, but she was pregnant at the time, so I couldn't tattoo her, so she just tattooed me. And I brought 5 very small, easy designs. Did I just say 5? I brought 3. I was probably thinking about 5 by 5. And I basically asked him which of the designs he thought would have most of a chance of looking okay. He said it really didn't matter. So I went with 5 by 5, and it's here on my arm, and it was a really fun experience. It was super funny. She was so nervous, and he had her do like every step, like preparing the stencil and putting the stencil on and getting the ink and like everything, and then he like gave her a couple of instructions and she just had to start. So that's why this tattoo looks so messed up and squiggly and weird, but I love it. I love it. It's just super fun. So obviously it's a puffy tattoo. Faith gives this answer a lot whenever someone asks her how she's doing. She says 5 by 5. And anyone that knows me personally knows that I absolutely hate the question, how are you? Or how are you doing? Or how's it going? Or anything like that. I hate it. Just don't ask me. Just ever. And so that answer, I love that answer because it just basically says, mind your own business, I don't want to talk to you. 5 by 5, whatever. It's none of your business. Why are you asking me this? Go away. So 5 by 5. So I forgot to mention that in the Buffy video, so that is hereby rectified. Okay, now I think I am going to go relatively chronologically. I don't remember exactly when I got what, but I'm gonna try. And obviously it's gonna happen that I forget some, because it's not special anymore. Like your first couple of tattoos, they're special, but after a while the experience is great for me, the experience of getting tattooed, but like after it's healed, it's just there. I don't look at them. I don't see them anymore. It's just skin to me. They're just part of my skin. So I'm gonna forget, I think, because they're just there. So my very first tattoo was a very small one. My first 3 or 4 tattoos were small ones. The first one I got is a tiny little crow underneath my belly button. It's kind of a random place, but there is a reason for it. It's kind of hiding something, but I'm not going to go into that. So it's a crow underneath my belly button, and it's a crow that reminds me of a person. So this is my first tattoo, was to remember a person, a living person, just someone that I knew in my teenage years that had a very big influence on me and on how I just got through those years, and I wanted to remember. So I got a crow. Their favorite movie is The Crow, so that's kind of why. My second tattoo is a sad one. So I got my first tattoo on the day of my 18th birthday because that's when my parents said I could have one. So I got it on the day of, and not long after my 18th birthday, I lost my mom. So my second tattoo are a couple of tears that I have here, 6 teardrops, because I'll always be crying about that. I'm always crying about that. Yeah. My third tattoo is also, there's a mosquito. That's gonna bug me. And if it flies near me and I try to kill it, I'm gonna have to find that sound. Oh, but in this video I'm gonna have to listen to the whole thing because I have to insert the pictures. Damn it. Didn't realize that. That's gonna be so boring. Okay, but then it means I can kill it if it comes near me. Third tattoo is in the back of my neck, 2 little daggers that are crossing. And this is basically because I was a goth as a teen, and where usually most parents would be like, oh my god, why does my child look like this? My mom was really supportive of it, and she would buy me weird goth jewelry and clothes all the time, unasked. Not like I would say, Mom, can I get this? No, she'd come home from somewhere and give me things. And she bought me these earrings, these dagger earrings. And I wore them all the time. And then one broke. So that's when I started wearing 2 different earrings. I'd always have my dagger earring in one ear and then another in the other ear. And then after I lost her, I got so scared that the other one would break as well. So I wanted to keep them permanently. And what is really cool about these daggers is we literally took the broken one where the little pointy stick broke off. So it was just the earring, which was pretty flat. And my tattoo artist he went like, what would happen if we just scanned this? So we made a scan of it, and what came out was a really just good, perfectly shaded image of the dagger. It's crazy. It was perfect. So he used that scan to make the stencil for the tattoo. So it's really my earrings. It's not him drawing my earrings. It's my earrings. So I have those with me forever now. If people ask me if I have any regrets about any tattoos, I always say I have no regrets about the images, but I do regret some locations. And this is the main location I regret, because it is hard for me to hide it sometimes, because I really have to wear my hair loose, which is a pain, and I don't want to do a lot for the time. So with my previous job, that one was kind of annoying. Hopefully my next job, it won't matter. Okay, so 4 and 5, I don't know in which order I got. I'm thinking I got the one on, no, wait. I got them really close together actually, because I now remember cutting up my shoes to allow the one to heal better. So very close together. I think I got the one on my foot first. It is a little anchor with my sister's birth date, just to represent that she's my anchor. She is what keeps me on this world. Now it's her and her daughter. I don't have a tattoo for her daughter yet, but that will definitely happen. So she's my anchor. That's on my foot. And then around the same time, I got like pantyhose seams tattooed down the back of my legs, just because I wanted it. It doesn't have a meaning. It's just super cool. So that was, I think, my 5th tattoo. And all of this was relatively close together. Yeah. Time now, order-wise, I have no idea. So let's talk about my back. My back is the most densely tattooed area. The mosquito is right over there. Oh man, too slow, too freaking slow. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Okay, so where was I? My back. My back is the most densely tattooed area. I got the top half done first, so everything from above the blue clouds I got done first, and then everything below that was added years later. So the top is a very old school piece, which has like some swallows and roses and a horseshoe and a like a banner that says "Can't rain all the time." Encountering all the time is also from the movie The Crow, and it's basically my way of being optimistic. Something I tried to tell myself many times that it can't rain all the time. It can sure rain a pretty freaking long time though, but whatever. And then the rest is a scene from Supernatural. Like a lot of my tattoos, I think 75% of my tattoos are inspired by TV, movies, and songs. So Supernatural, it has the Impala in a rainstorm with a tornado in the background and some lyrics to Carry On My Wayward Son. And like, long story short, it's about family and perseverance. Okay? Order. There's no order. I'm just gonna talk about, let's keep in the supernatural theme for a second. I always forget which side is which, but I think I have the knife on this side and the Colt on this side. Pretty much because it's cool. I mean, I can connect meaning to it if I need to, but no. So let's stick with the torso. I have a mirror here, like a hand mirror with a line. I think it says, oh man, what does it say? See, this is what it's from the man in the mirror. I think it says that's why I'm starting with me. Hang on, can I like check off camera? We're on camera apparently. Yeah. It says that's why I'm starting with me. Basically, that is for my other sister. It has the first letter of her name in the handle. We share a love for Michael Jackson, and she raised me on his music. She's 10 years older than me, so yeah, she kind of helped raise me. It's kind of why we have a strained relationship. But so that is for her. Also here, here, and this is one I don't think I'll be showing a picture of, or if I can like just cut it out without showing any surrounding areas, that would be swell, but I don't know if I'm gonna put that much effort in. It's a Papa Legba symbol, so this has a link to Supernatural as well, but the moment I decided to get the symbol tattooed was in New York when I visited the African Burial Ground Memorial, and it has all of these symbols on the memorial, and the Papa Legba symbol was in there, and I already knew it, and that's when it just clicked that I had to get it. the meaning for me is mainly tied to communication. So, torso. So on top of my shoulders, I have two poems, First Fig and Second Fig by Edna St. Vincent Millay. I read the poems in a video 2 videos ago, I think, reading poems. I read them there, so you can go listen, or you can just look them up, First Fig and Second Fig by Edna St. Vincent Millay. Especially First Fig has been a favorite poem of mine for I don't know how long, because I think it is beautiful how the things that are very beautiful, I guess, meaningful, they don't last long. So they live hard and fast and self-destruct. So both of these poems represent that, and it resonates with me. So tying into that, but gotten way, way later, are my two most recent tattoos. Well, I count them as one. I count all of these things as one. Like, that's one tattoo. That's one tattoo. My back, I count as 2 tattoos. The legs, that's 1 tattoo. So, my most recent tattoo are 2 snowflakes here, and that ties into the poems, like the very transient nature of things. Snowflakes to me are unique, cold, and they don't exist long. So that's very applicable to me. Yeah. Although in my Dorian Gray video, I do discuss that I'm not that cold anymore, but I'm still colder than most. So, anything else on here? Let me think. I think I got the torso covered. Let's go to the arms. So this is what I call my guest artist arm, and I just put all kinds of junk on there. That's why the 5x5 tattoo is there, and like there's 5 different artists, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 artists that have put 6 or 7 artists that have put something on this arm. It's my guest artist arm. So if I travel and I want to get a little something, it's always going to be on this arm. So I've got a lace tying around the arm like a shoelace, and it says EST, and that's my lace up tattoo. If you know, you know, lace up. And then I've got the Arg tattoo here. It's a Buffy tattoo. Then here I've got the Clada symbol, like with the heart, the hands, and the crown. Above it, there's a line. It's a supernatural episode, but more importantly, it's a song, an Albert King song, Born Under a Bad Sign, basically to represent bad luck. And well, honestly, if it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. So, Born Under a Bad Sign. And then tying into that, there's two like lucky symbols, a little horseshoe and a little 4-leaf clover underneath it. Oh, and then here, a very important one, I have a no kissing tattoo. So basically, some people, they kiss when they see each other, like on the cheek, and I don't do that because it's disgusting. But people always take offense that I don't do that. So I got the tattoo to basically show people that it's a me thing, not a them thing, because I got it tattooed and I didn't go out and get it tattooed just for them. No, it's just I don't want to kiss anyone. So anyone wondering if that applies to kissing a significant other as well, I'm going to go ahead and say yes. I decided about 5 years ago to stay single forever. And one of the reasons is I don't want anyone touching me. So, yeah, no kissing. Keep your germs to yourself. Thank you. I think that's that arm done. Yeah. No, I have these bubbles, 4 bubbles with the numbers 1809 in them, and they are to represent my best friend. I have a best friend that has been my best friend since age 3, and the bubble is to represent, the bubbles are to represent the bubble where we used to live together in Antwerp when we were studying at university, and we were just in a bubble, and no one could ever get that connection and that special bubble we lived in. So they are bubbles, and the numbers tie her and me together. I don't know if it's super clear that they're bubbles, but I know they're bubbles and I really don't care. I have a ink bleeding issue on my upper arms, so the Born Under a Bad Sign bled significantly, and a couple of the bubbles have some blue ink bleeding as well. It's just what happens. The second fig has some bleeding as well. Yeah, everyone has kind of different skin, and sometimes you just don't know, you know. So if you go to the same person all the time, you have less chance that that happens because they know how to work with your skin. But if you change it up a lot, then, well, it's a risk, and it's part of it. So, other arm. Other arm has some of my favorite tattoos. So on the back of this arm, I have a little girl standing in some blue stripes, basically. And that tattoo is a visual representation of the line, blues falling down like hail. So that is from a Robert Johnson song. I believe the song is Hellhound on My Trail. Blues falling down like hail, blues falling down like hail, and a day keeps on reminding me there's a hellhound on my trail, hellhound on my trail, hellhound on my trail. Yeah, I think it's Hellhound on My Trail. I get some of his songs crossed sometimes. I love Robert Johnson, I love the blues, and I love that line, blues falling down like hail. Isn't it just the most beautiful line ever? Blues falling down like hail, blues falling down like hail. And instead of just getting the line, which I have no problem with because I love getting text tattooed, I have a lot and I'm gonna get more, but I wanted something different. And this was just a weird idea I came up with, and I love, 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 love how it turned out. I love it. It's definitely one of my favorite tattoos. So in the same vein, I wanted something else with the blue stripes. So I got this next tattoo, which is a girl walking her cat. I don't think there's any explanation needed there for anyone that is familiar with me and my channel. But briefly, I go out for walks with my deaf cat, and she just walks with me, in front of me, beside me. Not on a leash or anything, we just walk together. Then there's a very important tattoo which represents so much. So it's a tree, part of a tree with 3 little birds in. And the 3 little birds comes from the song, the Bob Marley song, 3 Little Birds, which was my aunt's favorite song. And this is an aunt that I lost a couple of years ago in a very, very gruesome manner. But we were so close to her. So my mom and my dad, my dad's brother married my mom's niece or cousin. It's the same in Dutch, niece and cousin. There's no distinction in Dutch, so that's why it's sometimes difficult. So my dad's brother married my mom's cousin, so we're doubly related on that side. My mom and my dad had 3 girls, and my aunt and my uncle had 3 boys. And we were basically just one big family. There weren't 2 families, but one big family. They lost my uncle very early on, also in a very sudden, unpleasant way. So I barely knew him. But so their mother and the boys were very, very close to them, very close. So the tree represents that family unit of my mom and my dad and their mother, and the 3 little birds is us, like me and my sisters, 3 of us, and my cousins, my 3 cousins, the 3 of them, as well as it being my aunt's favorite song. My sister has her own variation of the same tattoo. So also a branch with 3 birds, but she has them in reggae colors, different looking birds, more detail. She has it on her lower arm. So we got it on the same day, and they're very different styles because we have very different styles. And then on this arm, on my forearm here, there's like a crescent moon thingy. 0 meaning. It was a flash day, which is a day where you basically line up. Depending on where you are in line, you get to choose first or later. And you choose these already pre-drawn designs and you get them tattooed that day, and you pay a little more because it goes to a good cause. So we were second and third in line, my sister and I, and so we got early picks, so I did get my first choice, and I think it's a very beautiful tattoo. It just has no meaning for me. They are linden tree leaves, so I suppose I could tie some meaning to that, but why would I? And I think that's that arm done. And I think that just leaves me with my legs. So I got the seams, and I had the seams end in these little bows in like around my thighs. So an unfortunate result was that I actually did not feel comfortable anymore wearing short clothes in public. So anything that showed the bows, I would avoid wearing in public because it felt kind of too sexy, and it made me uncomfortable. Actually, scratch that. The tattoos didn't make me uncomfortable. Men made me uncomfortable, okay? So I'm calm. I don't hate men. No, what do you mean? So I was uncomfortable wearing certain things, and I felt very limited because of that. So I expanded the tattoos. I added these like ornamental bands around my legs. There's one broad band around my right leg, and then 2 bands on my left leg with a little bit of space in between. I really didn't want symmetry. And I love that I did that. They look very different now. I know from afar it gives kind of a lace feel, and you might think, well, it looks like garters or something, you made it sexier, but it really doesn't look like lace when you get closer, and it really makes the whole thing like less sexy. At least I feel less uncomfortable when I have it on show. I get more looks, but less salacious looks, you know. So I can kind of take advantage of these years where I'm still a little bit young, and I can still get away with wearing short shorts and short dresses. I think that's them all. I'm pretty sure. really think I didn't miss any. I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. That's my tattoo tour. As a whole, I'm done. I don't have any big projects still to come. This is kind of the look I'm going for. Very pleased with what I see when I look in the mirror. It looks cool. So I'm just gonna add small things here and there, like mostly dotted around this arm, continuing. Like when I'm abroad, I like getting tattoos when I'm traveling. I've got some things that I still want to get, mostly just like lines. I was talking to my sister the other day, like here, like where your collarbone runs, like a small, thin phrase looks really, really, really good. But the only phrase I can think that would kind of match the space would be hell is other people. And I cannot get that tattooed here. She agreed, I can't do that. That would be bad. I should get that somewhere less visible. So I have some things that I still want to get here and there. But you know, it's so annoying. I don't want to bother my tattoo artist with these little small stupid tattoos. It's like a waste of his talent. So that's sad. But I'll get them at some point, I guess, here and there. I kind of skipped the stories behind tattoos, like, and getting the tattoo and stuff like that. Like the one here, the mirror, I got just like 2 weeks after I was operated on my uterus, and it hurt so badly. Because I was just not healed yet internally, and it just felt like nothing else. I was like, what is this? Is this how tattoos feel to other people? Because what? Yeah, there's just like little stories behind a lot of the tattoos, but I skipped them. That would make the video way too long. I just love getting tattooed. To me, it's like getting a massage without the awkward intimacy aspect of having someone touch you, which sucks. Okay, I think that's that. Just trying to see how long I've been going. I couldn't see. I'm gonna have to listen to this whole thing based on those pictures. Why? I hope you enjoyed, though. Bye.